how to solve men's problem. Please watch the video.
Welcome back to Mission at channel, and joining us for the first time, welcome guys. Today on this channel we're going to be discussing about men's problem. Do men have problem? Yes, men have problems. Women have problems, and so on and so forth, guys. So, I was just going through my comments, some days back, and I read a comment where a subscriber was asking me to talk about men's problems and the solution to men's problems. And guys, I kind of think that if a man is talking about men's problems, he may actually be a man who is thinking of settling down in future or has settled down. We have different types of men's problems. Men are human beings, guys, just like the woman, just like the women. Their problems could range from what? From finances. It could range from maybe their romance or sexual life. That's the life they have with their partner or their companion in marriage. Men who have problems even at their place of work. They will have mental and or emotional problems. Yes, they do have problems, guys. That is the reason why if you're a woman, you have to be wise now. You have to be a woman of wisdom to actually understand your man, like understand my King Solomon. Yes, my boo-boo's name is King Solomon. The Spanish baby boy, baby girl. But no, baby guy, baby boy, my baby, my king, my lord. You understand? Yes, you need what, guys? You actually need to have wisdom to understand men, okay? Now, man, if you're a man, and maybe you don't have a woman to understand you, to stand by you, or to work with you, or you're still a man in the making, alright? I can guide you. There are numerous problems human facing, and maybe you're seeking for solution, and why I'm right here to give you the solution. Number one, a man could have financial problems, okay? The financial problems a man could have can affect him mentally and even emotionally. Now, as a man, you have to get to a stage where you'll be able to provide for yourself and or maybe support some family members or be able to save for your future before you can think of doing what? Getting a wife and having children. Alright, so you see, this entails what? Financial responsibilities, guys. So you look at the financial aspect. You need to rent a house. Or if you rent a house, you'll be doing what, guys? Renting a house, you will be buying a house now. You see? So you pay the house rent, you pay the house bills, you feed yourself, you take care of your health, and you save for your future. One of my lecturers in the university once cited that as a man, if all you work for, guys, is to do what? Is to provide food for yourself to pay your house rent or just buy a house, to transport and so on, without having any form of savings, then you're not doing well at all. Now, if you have a job and the job is able to do all of these things, yet you're not able to save, should you feel bad about it? No. You can look for another stream of income. You can look for a side hustle, like they call it, or you look for a business or another job to add to what you do it, to do guys, to support your finances, so that when you don't do everything, you'll be able to do what you'll be able to save some money for your future. Is very, very important. So yes, finances are part of men's problem. Let's say you want to get a wife like me, someone like me. I love to eat chicken. I always love to eat chicken, and thank God, as I love to eat chicken, I do what, guys. I love to cook this chicken myself. I make the spices myself. I do many things myself. So you see, I like to have chicken in my pot for most out of the week. Most of the days, and some of the days, I eat chicken from morning till night. Yes, you may ask the question, you eat chicken, how come you feel so lumpy? That's because I peel the chicken. I don't eat it with the skin because I want to eat it maximally. Like I was told a story when I was little. My mama told me that she always eats me with chicken. And when she eats me with chicken, I would just do a lick. And do what? And throw it. Or someone will say, no, give me. Alright, so you see, so I learned to do what? Maximize to eat this chicken to my satisfaction. Alright, so you heard me right? I said you do what, guys? You look for another stream of income. Learn what is financial freedom. Then another thing is, in your finances, which type of bank do you bank with? Do you bank with the type of bank that every time you put money in the bank, you deposit the money in the bank, then you never log in and see that maybe you're eligible to some kind of loan that maybe you can just collect without going to the bank, or the bank actually gives you a chance to even go to the bank, fill some form, and do what? And be able to get some form of loan. Yes, you need this. You need organizations, very sophisticated organizations that can just liaise with your bank. Once you take a loan, once they get the approval from you, you get the loan, and they will do what? Just be taking the money from the bank straight up. That's once it's calculated what you should be paying the month, they go ahead and furnish the bank with such information, and you approve it. Once it is time, they will just do what, guys? They will just make the deductions. Yes, you need financial freedom from financial institutions. You may not know how important this is. Yeah, you don't know how important this is. It's very important. Say, for instance, you're eligible to maybe, let's say, 1 million, or maybe let's say 100,000 of your currency. Maybe let's say if you bank in dollars and you're eligible for like $100,000. If you want to buy a house and you actually saved, maybe let's say 200,000 or 300,000, and you buy the house $300,000 or $400,000, you can still take the 100 and buy the house. Now you have your own house. Then they will be making the deductions per month. Maybe it's paid in 10 or 12 months, or as the case may be, or maybe 12 months. Now, let's say you bank in the local currency that is not as strong as dollars. Maybe you're eligible to 1 million naira or so, or close by. When you want to carry out a project, you can still take this money as they do it, as they will be deducting the money. Alright? Then know that there are many online jobs, teaching jobs, transcription jobs, where somebody will be talking, maybe audio or video, as you just be typing. Type out this word, you type on the audio, you would have transcribed it, or you type it as a script, and you just submit. You know, if you want to know about transcription jobs, you can go to where? Test or Gamma on YouTube. So you need to build what? Your finances until you get to a financial freedom stage where you can take care of yourself, where you can make your money and do what? And absolutely live freely. You know, YouTubing is one, done the job. Two, if you have good audience, if you solve your audience problems, you know they will like it, guys. If you catch your audience attention, they will like it. You know, as you're solving problems, you get small thanks, you get some dollars. And actually, you know, some people who are rich from YouTube. You understand? Alright, there were so many online businesses you can write, and so on and so forth. You can become a writer, an online writer. Alright, that's financial. You have to reach a stage where you can take care of yourself and feel safe. Then be able to take care of your future family so that your wife can only be a support system. It doesn't matter whether when we were richer than you or richer than you, at least you should be able to take care of her as though she doesn't have money. Is important. It brings about respect to the man because the man is the head of home. Yeah, in a proper setting, in a proper family, the man is the head of the home. Now, that's my belief. If you have a contrary belief, hey, I cannot deny my belief for yours. You want to pronounce yours, pronounce it as it is. Alright, second aspect, let's talk about the emotional and mental well-being of the man. Does the man have people that understand him? Does he understand his environment? Does he even understand the people around him? Can they actually plan and work with the plan with the people around him? You don't know what it is like to want to work with people around you, like people who are directly under you, people who are attached to you, and not be able to work with them. It will take a person of understanding, a person that will understand that actually human beings were not created like robots. They have a mind of their own. Therefore, you don't force ideas, you don't force behaviors into them. So right now, guys, you can let them actually be and let you cope with them. There's what we call respect. There's what we call tolerance. For people who you can actually work with, you respect them, okay? Therefore, people you cannot work with, you tolerate them so that there will be some sort of peace. Now, you have to take it even down to your home and keep on working on the people whom you don't understand, who cannot work with you on a common platform. Maybe say yes to the glory of God and for the well-being of your family. You have to learn to cope, you have to learn to tolerate. There's not letting them affect you until there is a change. So you have to handle things with wisdom. So if you're a woman now and you have a man, you have to understand the man. You have to understand that aside from, you know, providing for family, aside from being well able and capable, aside from being able to fulfill his mandate, you know, sexually as a man, he also wants to be sure. Sometimes some men need assurance to know whether if they went this or they went that, that you actually stick around or you will still be with them. Alright, you have to understand that when they're angry, you know we have different types of hormone. There is the hormone for anger, fear, and there is hormone for happiness. You don't want for the tyrosine, which is the flight or fight hormone, to always be produced when it will not be used. Alright, instead of that, make a man exercise. You too exercise. You can learn to practice physical exercise so that some of the hormones generated can be used. Alright, and you can learn so that whenever you think like doing this, doing that, or when you get angry or something like that, you exercise. When you feel confused, you exercise. You feel like dancing, guys. Dancing is also an exercise. Dancing is a way of life. Music is life. Alright? Don't see me dance like, yeah. I know that I dance, well, I love to dance. Like, ever since I was born, guys, I always love to dance. Dancing is a way of life. Music is life. Alright? So sometimes dance. Don't wait until you get out there. Dance in your house. Pour some water on your body. Okay? Alright. That's true. Emotional, mental well-being. Then there's another thing for the mental well-being. Every time maybe you be pressurized, kind of, it is actually your brain that is pressurized, and your body too can wear out if the body is overwhelmed, if the body has disease. All right, so you can learn to clean up your body system. You can learn to take things like green juice, drink green juice, guys, to detoxify yourself. Drink some natural tea, to keep yourself happy. And one of the tea to always go for, I always advise, is what? Eucalyptus tea. Eucalyptus contains the substance eucalyptus that is actually for what? Calmness. It also helps for happiness. You can drink Centilla asiatica tea and so on and so forth. They actually help out. And you can also help by doing what? By drinking teas and also taking green juice that will clean your respiratory tract. You need to be able to breathe well. Watercress? Watercress is one plant that cleans the respiratory tract. Watercress, you call it water leaf.
Oh yeah, guys. I talked about tea, right? And how important tea is. And I talked about what? I talked about eucalyptus tea, Centilla asiatica. Guys, they give me noise, right? Yeah, because I'm very, very close to the roadside. I decided to step out. That's why you can hear the noise, alright? So forgive the noise. So I told you that eucalyptus tea is important, to maintain your work, to maintain your mentality and emotion. And I told you that the eucalyptus substance in eucalyptus has a very calming effect, that once you drink the tea, you will feel a kind of calmness and a kind of happiness, alright? Then, guys, I told you about Centilla asiatica tea. There is a video I did on Centilla asiatica. Centilla asiatica is a very super leaf, alright? It's a very good leaf. It's good for one, brain health. Is also very, very excellent for brain food. And from my own research, I find out, guys, that there is almost no brain disease that Centilla asiatica cannot cure. It all depends on the combination, guys. Then, it also helps in calming the brain. You need all the calmness in the world because you're always engaged. The brain is always active, except you're resting. When you're resting, like you're sleeping, your brain will be revitalizing. It will be resting. An adult needs those 6 hours of sleep at least a day in order to do what? In order to get so revitalized to carry out the next day's activities. Alright? So you need Centilla asiatica. As a man, especially a man who has problems or who is having a problem, call it financial problem, call it emotional or mental problem. There are problems that relate to what? Marriage, relationships, your place of work, and so on and so forth. Alright? So you see, you can also take other tea, drink other teas, some black teas help that don't go caffeinated. Don't go for black tea that contains caffeine. Now, if you want to calm, don't go for coffee. You know, the regular black coffee, don't go for it. Alright? Alright, the thought problems or the top problem a man has relates to what? Marriage, romance, and sexuality. Yeah, many men have problems in their marriage, not because they aren't able to provide food. You know, guys, they are well able to provide food, well able to build, well able to relate well with their family. But when it comes to relating with their spouse, you know, in the area of romance now, in the area of marital bliss, you find out that they may be having issues. Now, some men also have the issue of what? Impregnating a woman. Some men are partially impotent, some are impotent, while others can do what? Father a child. They may be suffering from problems like, you know, no sperm count, you know, lack of good performance, and so on and so forth. You know, all of the problems outlined, the financial problem, the mental and emotional health can affect a man towards carrying out his marital duties. Alright? Now, another thing that can make a man not to perform well is disease. Some form of diseases. These diseases could be sexually transmitted diseases, that's STDs, or you call them sexually transmitted infections, that's STI. Yeah. Then we have common diseases, common infections like malaria, typhoid. That's the ability to bring a man down, and a man may not be able to do what? To carry out his duties, you see, maritally, maybe related to romance. Then we talk about even financially, a man who is sick, who is having some common illness, may not be able to go out there to go and look for money or to try to make ends meet. Then we talk about what now? We talk about STIs. You know, STIs doesn't only reduce sexual performance. It could go a long way in affecting the man such that the man may develop other diseases, guys. Alright? So you see, if you have STIs, I've heard of people who have gonorrhea, syphilis, you know, staphylococcus for a long time, and you know, after a long period of time, they've not been able to do what? Pregnant their spouse. Is a fact. And let me tell you, it's not just the men, right? That we're concentrating on the men, because this video is specially made for a subscriber who demanded for it, guys. You understand? So if you have any form of sexually transmitted infection, what do? You're supposed to treat yourself and ensure that you get cured. Don't treat yourself, and you know, when you start feeling better, even when you're not completely cured, that you stop treating yourself for the infection to get severe again. So you do what, guys? You treat yourself. You know now, as an herbalist, you know, I know some combos, you know, what can use, right? You know, combos like Philanthus urinaria, Philanthus conchichinaceae. You know, you see the Philanthus group of plants, they're very good. Alright, we have plants like rosemary. When you are making a combination, I'll be making a combination I'll be making videos to teach you how to cure syphilis, gonorrhea, staphylococcus, and so on. Alright, then I have some videos on the channel that teaches how to cure many diseases, including what? Sexually transmitted infections. Then we also have already made medicines in the pharmacies. But to establish that you have a disease, you have to do what? You go for a test, go for a lab analysis, after which you can purchase a drug. Once you finish taking the drug, you go back to test. If you ain't totally cleared up, you do what? You purchase another one, and you do what? You keep drinking. You keep flushing out until you flush out the disease totally from your system. Alright, now let us say maybe you began to wear out, or because you're having some sort of challenges. Maybe the relationship between you and your wife was getting cranky, and you're kind of looking for a way to use, or maybe the thought of finances is what on you, and maybe you're beginning to wear out sexually, even naturally, or you are one of the persons out there that like intoxicating yourself, like you drink lots of alcohol, with ethanoic acid in it. You will smoke with the tetrahydrocannabinoids in it, and you smoke and smoke, not minding what even the smoke will do to your lungs and your respiratory system. That will also make you breathe hard. Then some people do what? Go smoking crack, smoking all the cocaine. You know what they use in making the cocaine? What they use in making crack? They use what we call the coca leaf. This leaf is mixed in combination with other plants to make what we call anesthetic. Alright? Some painkillers of some sorts as well, in order to prevent many things. But when you see crack as the sell in the market, they use lots of very dangerous chemicals such as sulfuric acid, ammonia or urea. They use limestone, cement, guys, the cement they use for construction, they use it. They add all these things. Some add chlorine, some add even caustic soda, that's sodium hydroxide, and they mix this mixture together with the leaf and extract the liquid and let it settle. And once it settles, they do what? They sieve out and discard the residue, and let it settle again and sieve out and discard the residue. Now, they boil this liquid, and also do what? Add what we call sodium bicarbonate in order to do what? In order to be able to dry out the liquid and have some powders. You see, this is very dangerous, man. Like, you cannot go eating those kind of chemicals, and that's the reason why you see some who do crack, you see their skin peeling, you see their skin having blisters. They begin to have blisters like people with what we call leopard skin. Some people develop leopard skin from what we call leishmaniasis or even onchocerciasis. Those are some of the symptoms. So leopard skin, you see some of them having blisters, and when they begin to smoke crack, they begin to do what? Feel somehow. Now let us say you reduce your capacity You want to drink tea, you add some crack, right? You want to feel high. Yeah, you want to cook, you add some crack. You want to get high, of course, you get so higher than high, as well as doing what? Reducing your cell capacity. We have what we call cells, tissues, and organs. You reduce their capacity. You make them unhealthy. And it has a way of also affecting you sexually, affecting your sexual organs. So if it rings a note, let's say the main problem my subscriber spoke about was related to sexual performance or this or that. If you know that you're into intoxicating substances, you have to quit and begin to practice what we call healthy lifestyle by cleaning up, right? You have to practice drinking green tea. Then if you've been taking alcohol, you've been drinking alcohol, you have to practice drinking some substances with what we call abutane and glutathione. They are good. They detoxify the liver. Don't go buying medicine from the pharmacy for that purpose. Eat healthy, drink healthy. Buy what we call beetroot and carrots, and you blend, you juice it without adding water. Ensure it's thick. Drink on an empty stomach before breakfast. Take 1 hour before breakfast to have what? A healthy liver. If you've been smoking, what we call the watercress? That's water leaf. Okay? In my dialect, Iriwe, we call it bore. Alright? So you will practice blending watercress or water leaf. You can add some cardamom if you want, or you add some black seeds. You blend, you add some water, you blend, then you sieve out the water and drink as juice in the morning. Another plant is what we call molly. Molly is one of the highest respiratory tract plants. Then we have what we call miracle plants or liver fly. It's good too. You can do a combo, just small, yeah. Just some leaves, just blend, add water, sieve out, drink in the morning. Cucumber, especially the green bag, is good. Blend some cucumber with some kale, with some kiwi, some parsley. If you want some flavoring, you can add what we call celery. You can also add what we call rosemary. Blend, sip, and drink. Then let us say you clear up your system is clear or well, carrying out these procedures. What you would do, guys, is to begin to nourish yourself. Okay? Alright, there is a seed we call slimy collar. Slimy collar is good, guys. It's one of the plants that is used in sexuality. It is also a very good plant for contraception. You want to be able to father a child fast or conceive as a woman fast. You can practice making use of slimy collar. Buy slimy collar. If you have like 6 pieces, remove the seeds, guys. Wash thoroughly with salt and water 3 times. Then you add 1.5 cup of water. Boil for like 20 minutes. Sieve out this liquid. Add a little bit of what we call the lime orange for preservation. In this case, please don't add even the tiniest drop of alcohol. Alright, there are some honey. Now, before you go to bed, you can just drink 2 tablespoons, alright, and go to bed. You know, when the need arises and you feel like, yeah, you'll be able to, see some changes. Then another solution is for you to boil these plants for 20 minutes, then add the plants we call the king grass. Both slimy color and king grass all are aphrodisiac plants. You know what we call aphrodisiac? If you don't know what aphrodisiac is, you can watch the song by Brandy. You're my aphrodisiac. You're the only one for me. When I go, I'll come back to take you higher. So aphrodisiac is a plant that uses you sexually, that when the need arises, with your spouse or your companion, you will fulfill what you need to fulfill. Alright? Then don't forget to add honey, and don't forget to add what, guys? Some lime orange. After boiling the plant for 20 minutes, if you're using 1.5 cup of water, add 2 lime orange juice. Lime, not lemon. Lime is a preservative, okay? It's also packed up with vitamin C. So you see, you need to do what? Take care of yourself. Then please avoid the group of people we call, what do we call them? People who affect you negatively. People who are what? People who are pessimistic, not optimistic. People who are intoxicating. Alright, avoid those sets of people, whatever you call them. They go by many names, okay? Avoid them. Avoiding them doesn't mean that you should go fighting them. Oh no, please. Now, just learn to do what? Don't put your mind in and on them until they give you a reason to believe regarding a particular thing. And even at that, trust them with that particular thing. Don't trust them with everything. Learn that about people, okay? Not saying you should distrust anyone. Don't have a reason to distrust or trust until you have a reason. Alright, then learn to keep formality formal, confidentiality confidential, and informality informal in very informal settings. Once you tackle this and you practice what we call tourism, traveling, once in a while go for a vacation with your spouse, work things out, try to reconnect, try to tell stories about maybe your primary school, secondary school, try to engage in doing some activities, then you'll get it. Okay guys, so that's how to solve men's problem. There are many problems. If you're particular about a problem, I will make a presentation about it. But if you're general like now, yes, so that's just it. Alright, so if this video met your expectation, my subscriber and many other subscribers, my viewers, and every other person watching, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please share with your loved ones and subscribe to Machine channel for more uploads. Thank you. See you on our next video.